Yes, so South CASTRIES Lions and the Vieux North Raiders, they're about to do a battle. The umpires are out there. We'll take some further comments from you, Greg, and after that it will be Joseph Pereira to take you through the first 5 overs.
Yes, the two teams out there doing battle. They both have 1-1, lost 1. Before South CASTRIES Lions Red, they have played 2-1-1, lost 1, and the Vieux North, they have played 2-1-1, lost 1. So both of them, in terms of the points standing, they are both on 2. Even Vieux North having a superior net run rate than the South CASTRIES Lions.
But the South CASTRIES Lions, have you been told, batting first? I can tell you that Man City were leading 1-0. We have some pretty good news coming out of St. Vincent, which we'll deal with as time will allow. But Charles is in strike, and Charles starts well, and that's rocked away through mid-wicket. It went right through the man who's mid-wicket, who got himself in a very uncomfortable position. He dived forward at the ball. He could have done damage to himself. So Charles is off and running. Charles is off and running. So is the South CASTRIES total. And it's forward or loss. And Sextius move in, runs away from us, and gets a no ball. Well, that's right up Charles's street, right up his alley. If he's not living in a street, he's living in a cul-de-sac, wherever. Could be living on a beachfront property. And where this may go, Greg?
It's anybody's guess, Reds.
So that's high in the air, a chance. Well, I think that's going to drop safe eventually, and it dropped safely inside the line. 2 men were running back, and had there been maybe a backward square, could have been in trouble as the total goes to...
Well, it was actually a free hit, Reds.
Yep, that's true. Total goes to what, 8 without loss? 8. In fact, they recorded it.
That's 11.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you had 4. The no ball would have been 5 and then the 6.
So 11 without loss. Charles virtually picking up where he left off. Now he's back. He played a very orthodox, cool-looking shots as he goes back and stares it out towards third man. News from St. Vincent is that the volcano has been very quiet for the last week. Very quiet for the last week. And they're going to issue a statement whether people will be able to go back in some of the areas. Charles flicks that around over square leg head down to the boundary for 4, pitching leg stump and pitching back of a length, and Charles is using the pace of the ball, and rushing the score. The score is even further up. The score going very, very quickly up to 15 without loss. Charles is 14 off 5 balls, Greg.
Yes, poor bowling there by Sextius. Ready playing into the hands of Johnson Charles with those short pitch bowling.
Central CASTRIES 15 on the board. Charles flicks it away. Square leg makes a great stop. It didn't start all that well when one went right through him, but making amends. So we have had Charles 15 off 9. And
Clovis coming into strike now.
Sextius done 5 overs for 16 runs. And Clovis, who's been a spectator, now gets into strike and plays it. I think there was some bat there. By turning the appeal down, he plays it back towards the bowler. "16 without loss." Charles 15. So we have one to come by all information. 16 without loss. And that's the top edge. The keeper's trying to get there. He wouldn't. They could look for a second. And I think Johnson Charles would have liked a second, but it wasn't on. Had they gone quickly, would have had Johnson Charles back in strike. So the over finally comes to an end. A long over, 16 without loss. And it's going to be Colvis to face. Took the single off the last ball, so Charles will not be in strike, much to maybe the comfort of the bowling side.
Yes, a good opening over there for South Castries Lions, getting some 17 runs off the over, and Johnson Charles getting some 15 out of the 17, and he was very severe on Unil Sexus, who really bowled too short in the over there to Johnson Charles.
Well, if they maintain that rate, they'll be well over 100. And if, as we said in the opening day when South Castries lost and Charles didn't do well, once he bats 5 or 6 overs, South Castries is going to have a pretty competitive total. So it's going to be Colvis, who's won, to face Mann. Looking to sweep at that. There's an appeal. He's bowling around the wicket. They take one, they can look for the second, and they will get it very easily. And very often you see umpires giving Greg bowlers bowling around the wicket.
Yes, that seldom happens, but he certainly would have to be pitching in line, right?
Yes, you're going to pitch off stump and turn it back in. Man, still over the wicket. That's hit past the ball and down to the ground before. So he has decided to join Johnson Charles. He moves up to 5 and the total goes to 23. Good straight hit. It was in the air, but because he's bowling around the wicket, very far away from a caution ball. And once more goes in. Clovis whacks that through the unguarded mid-on. Single will bring Johnson Charles into strike. But that's good news out of St. Vincent that the volcanoes seem to be going to sleep. So life under the pandemic still, I mean, it's a double whammy. Here's hoping that that will be out of the way very soon. Man is in his way and bowled him off stump. Now he rehearses a different shot. It was a much better delivery coming from around the wicket. And all of a sudden they're 24 for 1. Man has struck.
Yes, Man has gotten the wicket of Captain Johnson Charles. Ball that was pitch reds basically in line with the coming around, but with the angle, Johnson Charles looking to make room to hit to the point area, completely missing this one, and his off stump was rocked back.
Yes, I don't think he should have been. I think he should have been forward to that, because it was a high percentage shot, looking to cut off the stump. So good blow. They are relieved, I'm sure, Greg, to see the back of Johnson Charles, because he could be the difference between getting 80 or getting 120.
Yes, certainly, right. And he's been replaced by his elder brother, Cameron Charles.
So Charles goes and Charles comes.
Yes, quite a few siblings, as I did indicate.
Yeah.
Been playing in this tournament. In South CASTRIES, you have Johnson Charles and Kimrall Charles. Then you have Colin Scalender and Alvina Scalender. And there's the Noel Leo and Siobhan Leo. So you have 3 sets of siblings in this team playing.
Well, there was a Reefer family that produced many players for Barbados. Of course, some going on to play for the West Indies. That's pitched up and just pushing out in the offside. A single taken straight away. Lloyd Reefer, one of them. So, I think there are 4 Reefers who played for Barbados. And don't believe that that has been matched at the first class level. We had Larry Gomes and Sheldon Gomes, Brian Davis and Charlie Davis. This is a delivery again, aiming for the off stump.
Hardly missed stump, it looked like.
And well called, Greg.
Find everything you need today?
Yes, indeed. I don't see the higher purchase price on this.
That's because the higher purchase price is calculated off the cash price we see there. Based on the length of time, up to 36 months, I could calculate the final price for you. What's more, we do free delivery to any location, island-wide, plus free installation.
Wow.
You earn points on your Massy card with every purchase, including your higher purchase payment.
Massy Stores Home. Let's go home.
Yes, South CASTRIES Lions being rocked back by the loss of their captain, Johnson Charles. A good over there, bowled by Joshua Mann. Most of the times Reds try to bowl wicket to wicket, and it certainly paid dividends on this occasion. It was a question of you miss and I hit.
Yep. So, man has done his job to get rid of the dangerous Johnson Charles. As see the bowling coming from the commentary box, he walks across, dabs at that, makes no contact. 25 for 1. The third over. Sexios going back to his mark. And again, we have these very overcast, cool conditions. Long on is just coming in to pick up the ball. Will he will go back towards long and it went past the bowler. 25 for 1. Well, here's hoping we get no rain. We've been fortunate so far, but there was rain this morning. Sexios ball off the back foot, and that didn't come off the middle of the bat, more of the out of the bat. And the third man, which is quite wide, couldn't put it back. So South CASTRIES is at 29 for 1. 29 for 1.
Last delivery there by Unil Sexios. Making a bit of height on Kimrall Charles and really looking to punch this one through the cover region. Took thick outer edge, went to the left of the captain, Al Prince, who very much gave up the chase from very early Reds, and this one went to the boundary for 4.
Well, not the most mobile, but a personality of his own, Al Prince. He's gone now to a slip position. So they've kept the attacking catcher in. This delivery is turned away off the legs down to square leg, and they quickly take the single. All helps to get it up towards 30 for 1. We're halfway through the third over. So, very good victory to Central CASTRIES. They're getting 87. Natrum getting 51 of 29. Sexios back to his mark. And the right-handed Clovis, who's on 6. Both batsmen are on 6. And plays defensively. He pushed up to the onside, and the bowler diving as if there was no one behind him, around him, as if it was life or death. It was maybe a natural action from bowling, but it's a dot ball. So 30 for 1. 30 for 1. And the fireworks may be yet to come. But some fireworks has been lost with the wicket falling of Johnson Charles. That's pitched up and swung away. A useful shot is almost the kind of a shot you play off a spinner, not a medium pace bowler, who was outside the leg stump, and he simply helped it down towards the wide long leg position. And the total is 34 for 1. And he has moved Clovis 19 to 10.
Yes, this one just angling down the leg side, Reds, and with Clovis just really helping it back past to the right of Sean Straker and getting 4 easy runs.
So CASTRIES 1 for 34 over number 3 being bowled. This time it's bowled off the legs as he goes different length on this occasion. He got it into his wicket and turned it. We'll update you on the further score between, of course, Man City and Chelsea. And to come later, Liverpool against Southampton. But right now, South CASTRIES at the end of the third over have reached 34 for 1, 34 for 1. In case you've just joined us on television or on the St. Lucia Cricket Association website, and it's been streaming all over the world. Johnson Charles, the key man, going ball man for 15. And that may have a bearing on the outcome of this game yet. Greg Wilson.
Yes, certainly, Reds. The early dismissal of Johnson Charles will be a serious body blow to the South CASTRIES Lions' effort to perhaps get over 100 runs.
So spin will continue, bowling over the wicket. And if the back non-striker is in trouble if the return comes in, well, the return should have been simply lobbed in a much more gentle fashion, and that would be an easy run out. But it was a fast return to the bowler, and he couldn't stop it. So missed opportunity, still 1 for 34. He's got a very open stance, Charles. Almost a reversal of Shiv Chandrapal. The first person I saw bat that way was Peter Willey, the England all-rounder, who was a gutsy player, real tough nut, bowl off spin. Now he goes around the wicket, and that's hiked down the ground, and vain attempt. He came across, and when he got there, stuck the left hand out. So 4 runs off that shot. It was in the air for a long while. But had he been straighter and long on, but he'd been wise after the event there. It's 1 for 39. 1 for 39 with Clovis going to 14 and Charles is 7.
Yes, Tariq Gabriel perhaps overrunning the ball, Reds.
Still around the wicket. And this time he keeps it along the ground. Got to the pitch, and a lot of bottom man into the shot. As the total goes up to 40 for 1. Yes, many brothers have played for teams. Marshall brothers. In fact, there was 3 brothers. Roy Marshall, you have to include that. Norman Marshall, Roy Marshall. He dances in, hits that, and will probably be caught at cover, yes. Outside edge, looking to drive at that, aiming a lot straighter. And the ball tails away. And nicely caught at cover. They lost the second wicket now. It's 40 for 2 as Charles goes for 7. And Mann has picked up his second wicket.
Yes, apparently, Reds. Man has the numbers of both of the Charles brothers. Apparently he has dialed one in each over. Good over there by Joshua.
It's my life and I want more. More time, more power. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card. Pay direct to Lucy like my account. I have the power, yeah. Pay online to Lucy like my account. Anywhere, any day, any hour. Lights are on at home. No more standing in line, no more worrying about my bill. Now I'm all paid up. Got more time to chill, yeah, yeah. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card.
He's got the ticket for the Charles brothers. So here's someone that Greg spoke about in the opening there, someone who can really hit the ball as he comes out. Clovis is 15 and is 2 for 40. We have had 4 overs completed. Has Calendar produced the kind of innings you think he could yet?
Well, he has not read. Hoping that before the tournament is over, or before, they're still in the tournament, that he could really light up the stage so you could have a glance, a look at what he really capable of.
So he's got the power. That's what he's beaten outside the line of the off stump. The keeper doesn't take it. Coming around the wicket and going across the right-hander. 40 for 2. We enter over number 5. 4.1 overs. As Gabriel goes in, as at the edge, as he plays off the back foot, and it goes, it's amazing. One would have thought. It's a little funny. And I apologize for laughing, but it seemed to be a very simple, easy single straight to the man coming in.
Captain Al Prince.
Al Prince makes a real hash of it. What should have been a single ends up going into the boundaries, 44, starring Al Prince.
Yes, Captain Al Prince, not leading by example at all out there, Red Ferrer.
So, now a little more power, and does half middle it as it's short. Pulls it down through the unguarded mid-on area down towards long on. So it's 2 for 45. Bit of a recovery after losing Johnson's odds for 15. Clovis's 15 is a long way to go there. The run rate is about 10. How much they will finish with is another matter. As Gabriel goes around the wicket, and that's a delivery which maybe came close to a wide. He's bowling along the wicket, going across the batsman. Clovis 15. Gabriel goes in, bowls to Clovis. Clovis in the air. Now backward square should catch it, and does. And in fact, he did a pretty good job because he was a little away from it, had to stretch, and took it very, very nicely indeed. And well, what we got, Clovis has gone for 15. It's 45 for 2, and Gabriel is struck.
Early blow there, struck by Tariq Gabriel. Win Clovis on this occasion, dragging one from way outside the off stump. Was never in control. And Sean Stricker coming up the backward square boundary. Ball swollen a bit, Reds, but he held on to a very good catch.
Yes, because it was coming on very quickly indeed, and he wasn't quite close enough to take it very easily, not with the reverse cup, with the orthodox way of catching. But he responded very well towards the end. And that catch is South CASTRIES reeling, 45 for 3, 45 for 3. Calendar 5 is now joined by new batsman. And Gabriel is at.
Hi, I'm Tedison John of the Tedison John Project. Even when we're not rehearsing, we stay connected. Flow makes it easy with Flow bundle plans. My mobile phone, internet broadband to download and send files, my home office fixed line. All the services I need in one place. And guess what? The more services you use, the less you pay. Yep, get more and pay less. Guys, you can't go
That's
wrong.
the new batsman. And gets it, well, I thought he had got it past the cover, but it just went a yard or so behind, and they stopped the advance for a single. So 5 overs being completed. After 5 overs, they're just about moving on enough. What will happen after the last 5, which is very important that we saw today. We've seen people double their numbers in the last 5. How CASTRIES will end up. Jonathan Charles is gone. It's going to be Greg Wilson, and then it will be Clivus to finish the last 5 overs.
Yes, at the heart with Margaret, I would say that it's pretty much even Steven with 45 runs on the board. South CASTRIES Lions would be pleased with the effort because it's a good launching pad for the next 5. But Vieux North could also be pleased with the efforts in that the captain, Johnson Charles, is back in the pavilion, Wayne Clovis is back in the pavilion, Cameron Charles is back. 3 players who could certainly do damage on their given day.
Yes, good afternoon to viewers and listeners around. I'm Greg Woodson. Good afternoon to you. Johnson Charles gone, Cameron Charles, the Charleses are gone. The top order going. Sort of a comeback for the Vieux North Raiders, having suffered 17 from the first over of Johnson Charles. And it's Johan Williams to bowl to English, first delivery, first up, and good delivery outside offer through to the glove of Junior Peter, the wicket keeper. Williams again very quick back into English. English is pushing that back down the track towards the bowler, and Williams on target, and we see the spinners doing it again for Vieux North as this time a short delivery. Williams on the back foot, not making English on the back foot, not making contact. The score remains on 45 for 3, and Johan Williams is speeding through his overs. And this time, English is finding the gap out towards the boundary at point. This one is going close. Some footwork from the fielder. Is that a Stricker?
Yes, Sean Stricker.
Sean Stricker. And English helping himself to 2 runs as we see the action of Johan Williams. Very peculiar action from Johan.
Yes, a double swing.
47 for 3. 47 for 3. Calendar on 5. English just joining him is on 2. And English this time it's in the air out towards the boundary. There's some good timing on this one. This one is traveling towards the cover boundary there, and 4 to English, 4 more to the total. 50 comes up, 51 for 3 for the South CASTRIES Lions.
Yes, good shot indeed there by English. Williams on this occasion just dropping this one slightly short, and English pounds on this one, just hitting it to the right of the cover fielder down to the boundary for 4.
This time Williams short again, but this time English is in defense onto the offside, and no run resulting. 6 overs completed. 51 for...
Have you ever wondered how money can work for you? At VIEUX, we offer several investment options that can do just that. One option is the fixed deposit, which is a short-term investment where funds are deposited for a minimum of 1 year at an attractive rate, better than anywhere else. The fixed deposit is unique and tailored for both individuals and institutional investors, and gives you the option to reinvest for another period after maturity. For more information, call VIEUX today at 458-8700 or 458-8740, or email VIEUX at info@viexlimited.com. VIEUX, firm and upright.
Significantly, the present rate is 8.50, and it will be Tariq Gabriel to continue from the media center end. And Gabriel is making sure that his fielders are in the best position. He knows the history of Colina's calendar, and this time outside of calendar shows his power, and he is hitting out towards a whitish long on, and he comes through for 1. A good movement there from Joshua Man, and making the interception pretty close to the boundary, limiting calendar to just 1 52 for 3. That's the score for South Castries Lions. 6.1 overs bowled. Tariq Gabriel will bowl to Inglis. Wendell Inglis, he is a small man, but he packs a punch as well. Gabriel moves in, bowl to Inglis, and Inglis is putting this one up in the air. Johan Williams taking a good catch. Inglis is disappointed. A soft dismissal for Wendell Inglis.
Yes, sort of backing away and looking to drive at the same time and just presenting Williams a fairly straightforward catch. And South Castries Lions really losing their 4th wicket at a very crucial stage.
But Williams made it look easy, but he had to time his jump to perfection, and he did so and was able to get Inglis shot on this occasion. Inglis caught Williams bowl Gabriel for 6. He faced 7 deliveries, 52 for 4. 52 for 4, South Castries Lions winning the toss and choosing to bat. They will not be happy with their position.
I have always lived along the coast of Labrie, and I could vividly recall as a little girl seeing the turtles making their way to the ocean. But my mother always reminded me that we need to protect our turtles. And as a teacher today, I try as much as possible to educate my students about the importance of protecting our natural resources, most especially our turtles. That's my library.
Can bat a bit Xavier Gabriel.
Yes, Xavier Gabriel can hit a long ball. The two gentlemen at the wicket there, persons who have followed local cricket and have seen them, know for a fact that these two, given a chance, could really hit the ball to all parts of the ground.
Particularly Calendar. Calendar has a track record for hitting it. I've seen him in the domestic league in the Mabuya Valley. I think he arguably has the longest 6 ever hit in the Mabuya Valley. Calendar.
Yes, in terms of persons who could hit a ball with brute force, I think he perhaps would rank #1 on island presently.
But it's Xavier Gabriel who is on strike, and the wicketkeeper Peter is just getting his gear back on. And 52 for 4, South Castries Lions losing their way a bit. Once Johnson Charles left, you saw a drop in the shoulder, slight drop in the shoulder of the Lions. They would have had a lot of confidence in his ability to get them to a good score, and that affected their performance and their confidence as well.
Yes, looking at the 3 games that they have played, the 1 game he has batted through, they were able to win convincingly yesterday, and the 2 he has failed, they have struggled with the bat.
So a lot lying on Gabriel, and Gabriel is out finding the outside edge out towards the boundary. Al Prince is giving chase, and he loses that battle yet again. Al Prince.
Yes, Xavier Gabriel really going hard at this one outside the off stump. This one just spilling off the edge. Al Prince really gave a valid chase, but the ball was always going to win. And Xavier Gabriel getting 4 relatively comfortable runs in the end.
Prince putting the skids on, but could not prevent Xavier Gabriel from getting 4. 56 for 4, and now South Castries Lions will look for as many as they can get. And with Xavier Gabriel on strike, facing up to Tariq, who's in the middle of a very, very good spell. 1.3 overs, 2 for 10. He bowls to Xavier, and Xavier is driving past the bowler, firmly driven there, and come for 1. He thinks about the second. It's not on. He will say on 1. It's a no ball, a signal there by the umpire, and Colinas Calendar gets a chance, a free hit. Colinas Calendar will get the opportunity to face a free hit, and this one is shot high in the air. Tariq is calling for it. They come through for 1. He drops it. They come for the second one, but dropping it does not matter. It was a free hit, and he will count himself lucky. Short delivery, and Calendar unable to muscle it over the boundary.
Yes, Tariq Gabriel on this occasion, well, he pitching this one short, way up, and Calendar really was not in control of the shot.
And Calendar this time, he's in control. A good sound right up the middle and over the boundaries by some distance. Calendar is showing his force there, Greg.
Yes, from my vantage point, this one was hitting the wall out on the side of the Johnson Charleston.
A good hit from Calendar. He timed this one and it was traveling like a tracer bullet. Calendar this time, he missed the free hit, but he took full advantage. Tariq Gabriel pitching short again, and Calendar into his strides, hitting him with a brute force out over mid-wicket, and 6 runs, 66 for 4. With Calendar in that kind of mood, I'm sure the South Castries Lions will be getting very close to 100, if not over the 100 mark.
Yes, first real shot of anger we have seen from Calendar in this inning, and certainly it was a mighty big one.
And Gabriel very quickly has moved to 1.5 overs, 2 for 20. Let's see how he finishes as Calendar is facing the... And this time he goes inside and is high in the air. Fielder is on there. Johan William, he is caught well today. And that's the third one for Johan. And it's a no ball. Oh my goodness. Gabriel committing the cardinal sin. And no ball again. And he gets the wicket off a no ball. Unfortunate for Tariq Gabriel.
Yes, well, one could say a bit of indisciplined bowling for a spinner, not a medium fast bowler.
2 no balls in the over, and it's the free hits, and it's panked through the covers. It's going towards the boundary. He's Xavier Gabriel inside out and capitalizing on another no ball from Gabriel. The free hit is still on 72 for 4. We're still inside the 6 or inside of the 7, 6.5, 73 for 4.
Yes, Tariq Gabriel really just giving away a very comfortable position. They had a stranglehold to a certain extent over the South Castries line, and he really easing out the chokehold which they had.
He's easing off the pressure this time. The edge found. Al Prince single catch. They come through for one. Al Prince one-handed. Al Prince again is into the action. A one-handed and catch taken. The over comes to a close. 74 for 4. The Colina's Calendar is on 15 from 8. And Xavier Gabriel is on 10 from 4. So good over for the South Castries Lions. Not so good for the Vieux North Raiders.
Yes, very expensive over indeed. Some 23 runs coming off the 7th over, the 2nd over of Tariq Gabriel. They were certainly in a very comfortable position with 51 after 6, and the score really has shot up to 74 after 7. So really giving away a good position, and with some 18 deliveries left. And the sort of mode we see Calendar in, and even Xavier Gabriel joining the party. These two, if they bat the remaining overs, certainly they would get the South Castries line over 100 runs.
If not over 100, very close to 100, as Gabriel takes strike to Williams. Johan Williams from the Players Pavilion end into Xavier Gabriel inside out towards the boundary. This is going with the wind over the boundary. It's 6 runs to Xavier Gabriel. He's moved to 16. The score's moved to 80 for 4. And Xavier Gabriel has found his range here this afternoon, Greg.
Yes, this too can be very destructive. And Xavier Gabriel certainly is in a destructive mode.
Again, he's looking to play in the mid-wicket region, clearing his front leg, but missing it. And with that 119 sixes in the tournament. The sixes are reigning here at Beau Séjour, Darren Sammy Grounds. Williams to Gabriel. who's on 16, and Gabriel again goes for it, goes high and goes long. Xavier Gabriel is teeing off here this afternoon, Greg.
Yes, certainly giving us a treat in sixes. I think you couldn't want any two other batters at the wicket at this stage of the inning to sort of expect the sort of firework, and these two can really deliver for you at this stage of any inning.
A full swing of the bat, Xavier in full flow, and this time he is looking for the big one. He comes for one, they come for the second one very, very easily, and two byes. The keeper Peters missing this one. Xavier Gabriel coming through for two byes. The score has moved on by 2 to 88 for 4, and so far South Castries Lions really coming back into this one, and Gabriel teed off yet again. This one is high. Will he gets the elevation, does not get the distance, and he's dropping just short of the two fielders coming in. Xavier is safe. The score moves on by 1. He's safe, but he is on his rear. He slid and fell, Xavier Gabriel.
Yes, but this brings the dangerous Colliner's calendar to strike, so there's no reprieve from either batters really.
And Calendar is picking this one up out towards the square leg. A deep square leg comes around to his right, and they come through just for a single, and an anticlimax with just a single coming off the last delivery of the over. The score has moved on to 90 for 4. 90 for 4 after 8.
Get more with our Massey card. One card, many locations for your rewards. Earn points at all Massey stores and Massey card partners island-wide and watch your points grow. Visit our customer service desk at Massey stores or www.masseycard.com for more information. Enjoy the many benefits that only your Massey card can bring.
Gabriel is finished. He's bowled 2 overs, 2 for 28. He bowled just 5 dot balls in his allotted 2 overs. And we've had Johan Williams completing as well. 2 overs, none for 20. He bowled 6 dot balls. Sexius has completed his 2 overs, none for 26. And Joshua Mann, the pick of the bowlers today, 2 overs, 2 for 12. And it's Sean August will take up the attack from the media center end. Sean August, he will be bowling to Colliner's Calendar, who's batting on 16 from 9. Xavier Gabriel, his partner, is on 23 from 9. The partnership is 38. And in quick time, they've gotten some 38 runs of the 13 balls for the South Castries Lions. And August into Calendar, outside off stump, and Calendar is rocking back and playing out towards the offside through the extra cover. He comes through for 1, a long run for the deep cover fielder, and they come through for the third. Very comfortable, aggressive running from Calendar. He saw the fielder was a little bit slow out there, and he took on the arm and completed the 3 runs.
Yes, good aggressive running by these two out there, Colliner's Calendar and Xavier Gabriel. I think Xavier Gabriel really wanted strike.
And he did get strike. Xavier Gabriel, 23 from 9 is August, and Xavier Gabriel giving him the spanking. It's traveling out towards the long off field. Tariq Gabriel is there, and he fields on the bounce back to the bowler. 1 run resulting. The score moves on by 1 to 94. Xavier Gabriel has moved to 24 from 10. Calendar, his partner who's on strike now, is on 19. And full delivery wide down the leg side as well. The keeper cannot stop it. Al Prince cannot come around from deep third man, and wide. This is not doing well for the cause of the Vieux North Raiders.
Raiders are going to pieces. Certainly they are buckling under the pressure, and they are really feeling it at this moment. Colliner's Calendar and Xavier Gabriel, and the bowlers are really losing the discipline. We first saw it with Tariq Gabriel, and now we see August coming in for his first over and just giving away 4 wide down the leg side.
Not doing well for the Raiders cause at all. Calendar and Gabriel has launched an assault on their bowling, and they're helping them out by their indiscipline. Ogis, this time it comes left arm around the wicket, and Calendar is picking this one up high and handsome over wideish long on. He will get a 6 for that. Calendar, a good hit from Colinas Calendar.
Yes, and in the process, bringing up the South CASTRIES Lions 100. And I dare say they are on track to perhaps get the highest total in the tournament to date. Calendar and Xavier Gabriel really putting on an exhibition of sixes.
105 Ogis around the wicket, and Calendar is helping himself again. Tariq Gabriel is standing as a spectator. This time, this one arguably is the longest one that we've seen for some time here.
Yes, Calendar look like he's really teeing off. He's starting to hit them further and further. So the 59-run partnership has actually come up in quick time, and they are 111. So certainly on track to go beyond that 116.
111 for 4. Calendar is 31, and he is facing up to Ogis again, and Calendar is driving hard out towards the mid-wicket boundary. The fielder comes around, makes a good stop, a half stop, but he recovers, and they come through for 2. Calendar has moved on to 33, 113 for 4, and Gabriel is on 24.
Yes, just 4 runs away to go past the 116 scored by the Social Colports.
Ogis left arm around into Calendar, and Calendar is teeing off, hitting this one hard into the field. Johnny does the fielding at the mid-wicket boundary there, and limiting them to 1 run. And Gabriel comes to a close. The 9th over comes to a close. 114 for 4. Calendar is on 34. Xavier Gabriel is on 24. A partnership of 62. South CASTRIES Lions in complete control, Greg.
Yes, as they would say, they are large and in charge. After the 6 over, South CASTRIES, they were 51. And at the end of the 9 over, they are 114. So we're looking at somewhat partnership of 62.
62. A lot of runs that South CASTRIES, Viewfort North Raiders, leaking runs, leaking boundaries all around the ground. Colinas Calendar has found his range in this match, and a lot has been said about Calendar, and today he's showing what he can do, Greg.
Yes, I did indicate to Reds Pereira that he could be a very dangerous player, and I'm certain today Reds and see a glimpse of what he can do.
And there's more to come. There's more to come from Calendar, Colinas Calendar. He's on strike. He's on 34 from 14 balls. Some hitting. And Ricky Hippolyte bowls to Calendar. This one is in the outward short footman. Kurt Edwards settles under it and takes it top edge. Ricky Hippolyte claims the scalp. 114 for 5 now. Colinas Calendar, he looks back and he sees that, he's made his contribution. 114 for 5. Ricky Hippolyte, of his first ball, he gets the wicket over the dangerous Colinas Calendar.
Yes, good breakthrough there for Ricky Hippolyte. Calendar was really in a very destructive mode, and from what at one point looked like they would have fallen way short of the 100 mark, with a brisk knock out there of some 34 or 14 deliveries, has propelled them over into the 100 club.
They are part of the 100 club, and they're challenging for the highest total now of the competition. They're just a couple of runs shy of that.
As a matter of fact, I'm saying that they're just part of the 100 club. They did it yesterday. So they've gotten back-to-back hundreds.
And he pulled it into Gabriel high in the air. Gabriel settles under it and he spills it. Gabriel spills. The catch of Gabriel. And oh my goodness, the simplest of opportunities offered to Tariq Gabriel, and he's unable to hold on to it. Leo would have been on a hat trick.
Yes, Gabriel certainly one of the safest pairs of hands you would have in domestic cricket presently, and he spilled the last one.
116 equaling the highest total in the tournament to date, and it's Leo, that's Siobhan Leo, who would have joined Xavier Gabriel. Xavier Gabriel has moved to 26 with those 2 runs, and the clouds are covering. The cloud cover is getting a touch heavier out here at Boseju. The sun has not been around much today. Hippolyte moves into Xavier Gabriel, short outside of stump, and Junior Peter, very sharp take, standing up to Ricky Hippolyte. 9.4 overs. Just 2 deliveries to go. 116 for 5. Xavier Gabriel is on 26, and Leo is yet to get off the mark. He has not faced 1 ball as yet. Ricky Hippolyte, penultimate ball of the innings. Xavier steps into it and he hits it out towards Tariq and bisects the 2 fielders to perfection and gets the boundary. 120 for 5. They are now the highest run getters so far in the tournament.
Yes, good shot there by Xavier Gabriel. Hippolyte on this occasion just pitching this one slightly short and dragging this one from outside the off stump and bisecting the 2 fielders down to the boundary for 4.
Highest total belongs to South Castries. 1 ball to go. Xavier Gabriel, and there's an appeal for caught outside.
Yes, caught behind.
And he's caught behind. Very well taken by Junior Peter. Last ball of the innings, and he gets the wicket of Xavier Gabriel. South Castries Lions finish on 120 for 6. 120 for 6. Xavier Gabriel getting the outside edge with the last ball, and Junior Peter taking a very, very good catch, good sharp chance. So a good innings there from the South Castries Lions.
Yes, good innings there by South Castries, getting the highest total in the tournament so far. But also one must make note of the good final over ball by Hippolyte, just conceding some 6 runs, but in the process picking up the 2 wickets, the 2 set batsmen, Xavier Gabriel and Colin Escalenda. So a good finish to the inning by the Vieux North Raiders.
Captain Al Prince would probably say he should have given Ricky Hippolyte that ball a little earlier, and really we saw the carnage that Gabriel and Calendar brought to the party. As we look at the scorecard of the South Castries Lions, Johnson Charles did not really come into the party apart from the lusty blows in the first over. He just getting 15, and when he was dismissed, one would think that a lot of the hopes of getting past the 100 of the South Castries Lions would have gone with him. But Wade Clovis, he batted well for his 15 as well. He struck some lusty blows. Cameron Charles came in, partnered him for some time, but of course the difference in the game was Xavier Gabriel and Colina's Calendar.
Yes, these two, Calendar and Gabriel. Calendar got some 3 6s and 1 4. Xavier Gabriel got 3 4s and 2 6s. So these two really propelled the total to very competitive 120, highest in the tournament so far.
And we look at the bowling card for the Raiders. Vieux North Raiders, Sexius, 2 overs, none for 26. He suffered at the hands of Johnson Charles in the first over, went for 17. So a bit of a comeback in his second over, Ernest Sexius.
Yes, he was erring on the short side, too much to Johnson Charles, and that's basically what's playing to Johnson Charles' strength.
He played right into the hands of Johnson Charles, but Joshua Mann, he was exceptional with the ball. Joshua Mann, he pulled 2 overs, 2 for 12. He got both chances, and he claimed the wicket of both chances, 2 for 12. Good bowling from Joshua Mann.
Yes, the spin bowling of Joshua Mann was very economical.
As we pick up the highlights of the innings of the South Castries Lions, Johnson Charles taking a heavy toll on the opening bowler for the Vieux North Raiders, Ernest Sexius. is the Joshua Mann. Joshua Mann bowling to Johnson Charles in the second over, and to Clovis. Clovis is striking him back past himself, the bowler, and down towards the boundary, getting 4 for that. And Joshua Mann was in the middle of a really tight over. Johnson Charles on strike, and Joshua Mann. Johnson Charles was clearing his front leg. This time the ball just pegging the off stump back, and first wicket falling down for Lions at 25. Cameron Charles came in, guiding this one down past short third man down to the boundary for more to the total. 25 for 1, 30 for 1. Sexius into Clovis. Clovis one, helping one down the leg side, go towards a deep backward square, and Stricker could do nothing about it. Charles getting almost short of his ground there with Clovis. A bit of a mix-up by the two batsmen, and all's well ended well. Clovis hitting. Man, misjudged effort there by Tariq Gabriel. We're sporting the floppy a la Carl Hooper. And man to Charles, second Charles being dismissed by Joshua Mann, outer edge, and Williams taking a very comfortable catch. Johan Williams in the cover region. Gabriel to Calendar, and outside edge found through Captain Al Prince. This one traveling to the boundary. Al Prince, regulation stop, unable to get it on. This one went over the boundary. What seemed to be the lighter moment of the match, and Clovis comes in. Gabriel to Clovis, and Clovis top edging one, and Sean Stricker taking a well-judged catch coming off the boundary. He was out of the dropping zone and saw that later, and diving effort, taking a good catch. William comes, bowls to Inglis. Inglis is looking to cut outside off. He finds the gap and gets the timing on this one, travels towards the extra cover boundary. And 4 more, 50 comes up for South CASTRIES Lions. And Gabriel to Inglis. Inglis stay would be short-lived, as Inglis was looking to cut and drive at the same time. Williams taking a well-judged catch, timing his jump to perfection and giving Gabriel his second wicket. But that brought Xavier Gabriel on. And this time Al Prince, he has the skids on but can't stop that ball from going into the boundary. Put on the sprint a la Usain Bolt, but couldn't prevent that boundary. And Gabriel bowls to Calendar. That was a free hit. Calendar gets Gabriel spilling the free hit delivery there. A very indisciplined second over from Tariq Gabriel. He went for some, bowled some extras as well. 60 for 4. South CASTRIES Lions at the time. Calendar and Gabriel taking full toll on Tariq Gabriel. Calendar finding his range on this occasion. Hard hitter. Colinas Calendar and Xavier Gabriel taking a heavy toll on the bowling of the VIEUX North Raiders, as Calendar again finds his range over long off. Williams taking a catch, but that was off the free hit. And Xavier Gabriel batting on 5 at the minute to Tariq Gabriel, driving into the offside out towards the boundary. 4 runs to Xavier Gabriel. Tariq Gabriel going to the boundary on many occasions in his second over. His final ball to Xavier Gabriel, and he gives him the hit. Al Prince, that was a free hit again. Al Prince taking the catch off the edge of the free hit, but not making any difference as Williams comes into bowl to Gabriel, and Gabriel, of course, inside out towards the boundary with the win. 6 runs, 80 for 4. Williams to Gabriel again. Big hit, and the umpires are out here at Boseju as we continue to take the highlights. The opening batters are out as well. It is Sean Ogies getting really pummeled for some runs here at Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Alfred can't stop this one. As we take in the rest of the highlights, we'll get some comments from Greg Wilson, and then we will see the Vieux North Raiders in their chase for 121, what would be the highest chase in the tournament so far. We'll hear from Greg Wilson, and after that it will be Joseph Reyes Pereira to take you through the first 5 overs.
Yes, after a very slow start by the South CASTRIES Lions, and the dismissal of Johnson Charles, one thought that they would have struggled to get to 100, but the valuable contribution, the valuable knock of Xavier Gabriel and Cornelius Calendar really propelled them to a score of 120, 121 to get by Beaufort North, the highest in the tournament to win Reds. And it will be very interesting if we could see perhaps the likes of Tariq Gabriel bat out the 10 overs.
In the last 5 overs, they got 77 runs. We were saying how well previously they had a situation where there were 53 runs off the last 5 overs in the first game, 43 off the first 5, and then 77. That's turned away nicely down to backward square. It goes over the rope, so they're off and running quite nicely. No, just stopped inside. I thought for a moment off the boot it had crossed the line. So 3 to the total. But asking a side to get 121, that means they have to really have some good solid batting and some solid hitting too. So Jean-Baptiste started to Gabriel, now he's going to bowl to Peter. But a partnership of 62 off 20. I just want to come back to Greg with that. And that's a delivery that came back and really cramped him up. I made it, the partnership had 62 between Gabriel and Calendar of 20 deliveries.
Yes, Reds, these 2 gentlemen, they are capable of hitting the ball, and on their given day, they could be very destructive.
Well, you did talk about Calendar, and he proved you're right today. That's down the leg side. Charles takes it with the left glove. And imagine, and I think you all mentioned before, 120, and Johnson Charles only contributed 15.
Yes. So you could quite imagine if you have an onslaught between these 3 guys in an inning.
Yes.
That'd be serious carnage.
So weather still kind of iffy, and this delivery again is brushing the pad, but taken by Charles, who moved quite nicely. Greg, you've been around this ground for a long time. Are we going to get this weather holding?
Should hold for the remainder of the day, Reds.
We can't see where the weather comes from, but it probably got a little lighter of late.
It's just a bit hazy.
4 without loss. We were in the first over. Need 121. The delivery was just played off the back foot, down towards mid-off. It's traveling fairly slowly and they scamper. They scamper a single. So they were reeling. 45 for 3 charges had gone. Man bowled well. And then we had Calendar and Gabriel 30, 3 fours and 2 sixes, or 15 balls. And this is delivery down the leg side and wide. So 1 more to the total. And then Calendar had 1 4 and 3 sixes in 34 of 15. And the partnership was 62 of 20. Really turned things totally around for South CASTRIES. So on this kind of murky and English day, it's going to be Jean-Baptiste to move in. This delivery hits it high up on the almost a splice of the bat as he pushed forward. And single taken to the white turn man position. Gabriel is 4, Peter is 1. And the ball relayed via the cover fieldsman down towards the bowler. So a long way to go, Beaufort North. Somebody will really, well, it'll take 2 people to put together big innings here. And that's a good big hit. This is going to be beating the mid-on running back and winning the race. So 11 now on the board. Peter picking up his first boundary. 11 without loss. So the end of the second over. End of the second over. But in fact, correction, there's the start of the second, not the end of the second. And it will take some consistent scoring. Now Johnson Charles is captain and keeper. A sent the man out to a deep square leg. Let's see who is. There's a third man out. Slip in position. Backward point cover mid-off. Mid-on very wide, bin wicket, fine leg, and deep square leg. That's the bowling for Gabriel. So Gabriel bowling medium pace, rushes in, right in the line of the off stump, and he pushes towards the line and brushes the outside edge, goes down towards backward point. Strike is rotated. Well, they must have discussed what our approach would be, and our approach would be is we got to, like die with our boots on. We got to make an effort to get the runs, Greg.
Yes, 121 to win Reds. It's not a moderate total. It's a challenging total enough.
Not a sneeze by any chance. No cakewalk, driven with hard luck. Because that might have bisected mid-off and mid-on. It crashed into the stumps. Whether the bowler got his fingertips to it, I do not know. So 1 to the total, 13 without loss. Will the fireworks come? And who will in fact light the fire? Jean-Baptiste. Delivery which is outside the off stump, lifting. And the batsman trying to swing it towards square leg. So 1.3 of his ball. Jean-Baptiste started. Gabriel has joined him. And we haven't seen the sun all day. You've certainly seen Gabriel though as he goes in, and then goes down the leg side, and the white call. And we've said before that's been maybe one disappointment of the tournament. But you think we've had less whites today?
Yes, Reds, the first game, I think about 9 we had in one of the innings.
Yes, that would have been an improvement. That's a nice looking shot. Well, good with the fielding. Really committed himself. He decided to commit the body too. Diving, hit the shoulder, and just parrying the ball away down to his mid-off. As they advance the total of 15 without loss. Gabriel 6, Peter is 6. And that's top edge who carried the third man and caught. Looking to hit it square. Peter is gone, caught at third man off the bowling of Gabriel. And the Vieux North Raiders have been reduced to 15 for 1.
Yes, Peter's one pitch up outside the off-stump. He had the room, really threw the bat at it, but unfortunate for him, the ball peeled off the outer edge and traveled all the way down to Footman, where Kimrell Charles took a very comfortable catch. So they've lost their first wicket, Reds. 18 and 15 on the board. They do need a partnership of some sort if they are to get anywhere close to that total.
Well, Charles, who took the catch, didn't really have to move at all. But, he needed to hit that in the middle, did not. And top edge just carried it all the way down. So Junior Peter has gone for 6 of 6. The total is 15 for 1, 15 for 1. It's an uphill task for Vieux North.
Kurt was to the crease now. Brother of Larry Edwards plays for Rosalie.
Yes, there's a Kurt Edwards.
So one plays for North, one plays for South.
Yeah. There's a Kurt Edwards from Barbados who quite recently was playing for the Windward Islands. And how his career has slid, playing for the West Indies and then just lost his way outside the off-stump. Edwards goes across with the sighter. Decided, well,
the easiest way to pay your LUCIA bill is online on any of your secure devices. Go to www.myaccount.lucelect.com on your phone, tablet, or computer. Have your electricity account number and meter number ready and follow the step-by-step instructions to register and set up My Account. Voila! You can review your account and pay your electricity bill online directly to LUCIA or through your bank 24/7, anytime, anywhere. When you want to pay your bill, open My Account. Click on Pay Bill on the left of the page. Choose Pay My Bill by credit or debit card on the right to pay directly to LUCIA. Continue to the payment website, complete credit or debit card details, and
I don't think he's playing right now, as far as I know. That's the top edge, and this will bring runs. Slashed effort, threw the bat at it, kitchen sink and all. And it does bring in, funny way, a productive boundary. So 19 for 1, Gabriel is 10. Who's going to bell the cat? Who's going to play the big innings? But you need 2. Calendar and Gabriel did it. That's going right through the batsman. You're looking to play almost a golf shot, trying to tee off. Makes no contact. So Jean Baptiste is walking back to his mark. 2.2 of his ball. So Vieux North started with a victory in the opening game, but they've struggled since then.
Yeah, they got a victory over Central CASTRIES.
The village comes back and almost cut him in 2. And had to hustle himself. He could have been in the glove, yes. I thought that came back to handcuff him almost. Both hands together and it came back. He was handcuffed. And it's a term used sometimes in tennis. Roland Cochran just tell me that Chelsea had been beating the City 5-1. And that is swung away towards Gabriel going. Look, just swing it away out towards the square leg area. And catch coming in and taken from square leg. So second wicket going there, 19 for 2.
Yes, big blue struck there by Jean-Baptiste, Tariq Gabriel, filling the width of the score, right? The big total certainly needs a good start. Looking to hit this one over the square leg area, but only successful in getting a high top edge and Collina's calendar coming in and take a very comfortable catch.
And Tariq Gabriel was one of those who, had he stayed there, he had the stroke play and the power.
Yes, a lot would lie on the shoulders of Tariq Gabriel if the Vieux North Raiders were to get anywhere close to that total. You needed Tariq Gabriel to bat right through the innings.
So just to confirm with Roland Cox, Chelsea won 5-1, Roland? Well, 2-1. So just quickly double checking. The delivery is driven straight to cover. Ball pitched up by Jean-Baptiste, who's got 1 for 15 with the scalp of Tariq Gabriel. So Edwards not, man not. Starting all over. 19 for 2. 2.5 overs bowled. Jean-Baptiste bowls. Playing off the leg, is it? I think it might have been missing leg stump. Where he got the leg by signal. So no bat to it. That in fact complete. What's the third over? So after 3 overs, Greg, they are struggling to get runs on the board. They lost the important wicket of the main man, Gabriel going for 10, Peter going for 6, and they're 20 for 2. We've had some 3 overs gone and not up to the rate required if they're going to challenge 120.
So the Vieux North Raiders would have a serious uphill battle to get to 120 with the dismissal of Tariq Gabriel, which should have been the mainstay of the batting. It's going to be pretty challenging. Looking at the sort of lineup they have there, a lot would be dependent on Kurt Edwards, right? But I think he has been out of cricket for a while, so it would be a bit too much for him. But cricket is a very funny game.
So he pulls us around and gets a boundary, beating fine leg. Short, Edwards pulling it around. And Joseph came into the strike. He seems to be quite a young person. And we've had a variance of senior players and very young players, which is good for cricket in St. Lucia and good for cricket in the Windwards. So 2 for 24. Gregor's got his phone here. I think he's got some information.
Not yet, Reds.
Oh, not yet. But when I said that Chelsea won, he definitely demonstrated that he was a Chelsea man. Solitary slip. As the left arm goes in, that's in the air, but it's going to be high over the head of the man halfway to the boundary. Boundary that takes him up to 28. You need a lot more like that over a long period. 2 deliveries left in the 4 deliveries left in the 4th over, and they're 28 for 2. Couple of changes. The fine leg on the boundary has come into the circle. The square leg is going around to his left, almost around to mid-wicket now. Mid-off is very deep. Mid-on is way back and long on. That's pulled. And there's a good reason why he was going around to his left, but even if he had gone right around, I wouldn't have stopped it because he clears the rope at mid-wicket. 34 for 2. A little light, very small light at the end of the tunnel. The total goes to 34 for 2. 3.3 overs completed. With Edwards going to 14, the brother of Larry, as you're told. He's right forward. Inside edge and non-striker starting to come on and sent back by his partner. No hesitation to send him back. Edwards, what you're saying, has been out of the game for a while. Well, most people have been out of the game.
Not that just because of COVID, Reds. Of late, Edward has not been involved in cricket that much.
That's off the back foot. Love, beautiful shot. You know, you look back at people off the back foot. Franklin Stevenson, the Barbadian all-rounder, off the back foot. Used to take you back to Clyde Walker off the back foot. But that was a lovely spanking shot. That would have been your money's worth if you had paid $5 to watch this. There's no charge. It's 38 for 2, and he's well forward. Good thinking. Well, he might be out of cricket for a while. He takes a single that, in fact, would give him the strike. We've had 4 overs completed, but if he's been out of cricket for some while, you know, there is a natural good touch.
Yes, Edward really showing us glimpses of what, you know, in the past, vintage Edward, but very productive over there for the Port North Raiders. Read some 19 runs coming off the over, so they would really need to continue striking along those lines if they have to get anywhere close to this total.
We had the scoreboard just came up, and Al Prince has been promoted.
Reds, the South CASTRIES Lions, they were 40 after 4, and Vieux North Raiders are 49 for 2. So just 1 run better you had from South CASTRIES Lions.
And that's nicely played again. Ball pitching up and allow it to come into him. And just playing it away nicely. Rotates the strike straight away, but I think it's very important that Edwards try and get as much of the strike as possible. Of course, later in the innings, we had that 62 off 20 between Gabriel and Canada, and that made the big difference. But right now, they're almost level pegging. Edwards has gone to 20 off 10. We are, in fact, streaming from the Cricket Association's website, going live to India and going to the rest of St. Lucia. That's pitched up via Calabash TV. They take 1, and that's been bad running. That was played off the toes down towards long on, and they took a single.
Yes, Edward was the one who turned down the second run. Perhaps he wants to take strike rates.
Maybe. And of course, I don't believe that the basic first run was fast enough, but good thinking by Edwards. As he gets a delivery that almost dropped at him. I don't know if it was a cross-seam delivery, but he had to adjust because initially he was maybe thinking it would be a much fuller delivery. So well bowled, I suppose, well played. It's 2 for 41, Greg.
Yes, well played there by Edwards.
Edwards is again on the front foot and gets a single towards cover. He's lost the strike momentarily, and the total goes to 42 for 2. So will Edwards play the innings that will bring them within striking range? Left-handed man on 1. The man has got a responsibility like Edwards. Man taking the bottom hand away and just getting it off the top hand towards square leg. 1 more to the total. 4.5 overs bowled. Very important that maybe Edwards look for the single. There's acres of space because many men are deep out. A little square leg, easy single, cover easy single. This delivery, Edwards is beaten by good delivery outside the line of the off stump. And Charles takes it. That completes.
Hi, I'm Tedison John of the Tedison John Project. Even when we're not rehearsing, we stay connected. Flow makes it easy with Flow bundle plans. My mobile phone, internet broadband to download and send files, my home office fixed line. All the services I need in one place. And guess what? The more services you use, the less you pay. Yep, get more and pay less. Guys, you can't go wrong on this one. Bundle today.
Kurt Edward and Shashaman, the two at the wicket, would need to produce a good partnership, and they need some lusty blows in the process if they are to get anywhere close to the 121 required clavers.
Kirk Edward has shown that he has what it takes, but a good fifth over from Leo, Siobhan Leo. He used the slow delivery to...
Yeah, just 4 runs coming off the over.
Good 4 runs off it, and good. He used the slower delivery to good effect as well. It's a man on strike, Romario Simmons. Romario Simmons coming in from the players' pavilion end and bowling to Joshua Mann. And this delivery was outside off stump through to Johnson Charles. No run result in the score, still 43 for 2. A man is on 2. He's faced 3 balls. And Edward is on 21 from 13. Left arm over the wicket, 2 man, and this one outside edge out towards third man. It beats the field inside the circle, and a wide-ish third man coming off the boundary in Jean-Baptiste. He makes the interception, and they come through for 1. It brings Edward on strike. He's batting on 21. 77 runs needed from 28 balls for the Vieux North Raiders. 5.2 overs gone.
Yes, it's a big ask, but somebody got to put leather to bat, and can Kirk Edwards be the one to do it?
Simmons, this one is hit high, elevation, distance is good, and he gets a big 6. Kurt Edward is raising his hand for the Vieux North Raiders. He's moved quickly to 27. Kurt Edwards getting a shortish delivery from Simmons, and he's able to free his hand and getting that ball over the boundary.
Yes, good lusty blow there struck by Kurt Edwards, hitting this one right into the players' pavilion area.
Romario Simmons left arm over the wickets, and Kirk Edward, the strong breeze has thrown down the bills again. Dead ball signal there by the umpire. The 50 comes up with that blow from Kurt Edward, and the 50 for 2. The Vieux North Raiders actually putting up some chase. A 71 needed from 27. Simmons left arm around the wicket into Edward, and his deliveries heading towards the leg side and wraps him on the pad. Kirk Edward trying for the slog sweep, but not making any contact on this occasion. 50 for 2, the score remains, and Simmons has bowled his 4th ball, a good ball from Romario Simmons.
Yes, good comeback delivery.
And deciding to go around the wicket and bowl into Kirk Edward, cramping him for space. And Edward, can he improvise, turn things around? Simmons into Edward, and Edward is swinging at this one. He attempts the run. Johnson Charles doesn't collect cleanly, and Edward is diving to make his ground, but Johnson Charles was not making any attempt to run him out. But another good ball from Romario Simmons.
Yes, after being struck for a lusty blow, he has really come back well in the over.
He's done well for himself to come around the wicket and cramping Kurt Edward for space, limiting him, can't freeze, and Simmons into Edward again, and this time out towards mid-wicket. Edward 1-2 bounces into the mid-wicket. Fielder Inglis, who gives a good return. They come through for a single. The score moves on.
I would like to introduce you to the fixed special deposit. What's so special about this deposit? It is all about you, the customer. The interest rates and maturity periods are negotiable. That's how special this is. The special deposit instrument was designed to meet the needs of those who cannot be accommodated within the existing investment options. For more information on our special deposit and other investments, call Fix today at 458-8700 or 458-8740 or email Fix at info@fixlimited.com. Fix, firm and upright.
North Raiders have lost just 2, but 51 after 6.
That speaks to the kind of finish that South CASTRIES Lions got in the last 4. They were able to push on well past that 100, getting to 120, and it's Calendar. Calendar will take up the attack from the media center end, and he will be bowling to Edwards, who's on 28. 28 from 17 balls. Kurt Edward. He's hit 2 sixes and 3 fours. Calendar to Edward, and Edward is looking to play this one out towards the mid-wicket, and short lifting delivery hits him about the body. The score remains on 51 for 2.
Yes, could look into perhaps deposit this one into the Johnson Charleston, but failed to make any contact. And with every delivery, every dot ball, the rate keeps climbing.
18.26 is the required rate now. Calendar left arm over the wicket into Edward, and just gloving this one down and run out. Joshua Mann did not anticipate that Johnson Charles would come around and takes a good throw at the stump, direct hit, and Joshua Mann is found short of his ground.
Yeah, poor cricketing in there by Joshua Mann. Never really showed it.
I have always lived along the coast of Labrie, and I
Ambling this one, and Johnson Charles taking him and hitting the top of the middle stump.
And the third wicket goes down for South CASTRIES, for Vieux North Raiders. Johnson Charles, Captain Johnson Charles. This one just coming off the glove of Edward and going down towards the fine leg, short fine leg. Johnson Charles goes around, and Joshua Mann was not showing any intent on that run, and he got caught short of his ground. And
look at Stricker.
It's Stricker, Sean Stricker. Sean Stricker has come in to join Kurt Edward. Kurt Edward, who's on 28, 51 for 3 now. Colina's Calendar will continue. He's in the middle of a good over. He's bowled 2 balls and no run coming from him so far. Calendar left arm over the wicket to Stricker, and the lifting delivery again. Stricker, that delivery jacked back into him. Stricker was looking to shoulder arms, but that ball was hitting him, and no run resulting. Good ball from Calendar.
Yes, good bowling there by Calendar. Halfway in his over and yet to consider run.
A very good 7th over in the making. Calendar over the wicket into Stricker, and Stricker picks him up, and this time depositing him over backward square. A big 6 from Sean Stricker. He's getting into the act.
Yes, it's a question of do or die, and they certainly not going down without a fight. So Stricker really taking this one from outside the off stump and really dragging it towards the backward square region into the Johnson Charleston for 6 valuable runs.
And Stricker giving everything, 125 sixes so far in the tournament. Sean Stricker throwing everything at this last delivery and getting some meat on that one and taking it high and over the deep backward square into the boundary, over the boundary actually, and that's a good hit from Stricker. Calendar will continue to Stricker outside off a slower delivery, and that one is a little too far from Calendar, and a wide signal there by the umpire, and rightfully so. The Calendar looking to just take the pace of the ball on this occasion. He comes in again to Sean Stricker. Stricker finds the inside edge out towards the boundary. One bounce over the boundary. This one was heading down the leg side, and Stricker just helping himself to yet another boundary.
Yes, it's a question of giving Colonia's calendar a dose of his own medicine. He certainly was being very rough on the bowlers, and Stricker on this occasion really looking to hit this one out of the ground, but getting the inner portion of the bat and goes over the backward square boundary for 4 more.
And Calendar is last ball of the over and a slower ball. Stricker is throwing everything at it again and not making any contact on this occasion. 62 for free. The Vieux North Raiders giving a good account of themselves, making some, heading the chase, actually going out there and giving the best shot at this chase.
Yes, they're certainly not going to go down, lying down. They are making an effort. We've seen Kurt Edward out there hitting, and Stricker has come in to join them, and they still certainly need to continue the hitting. The rate is getting pretty close to 20.
Almost 20 per over required now. The current rate is 8.86. And it's Simmons. Is it Simmons? Simmons to continue. This one is hit out towards mid-wicket. They come through for 1. The second run is on, and they get it very comfortably. 2 more to the total. 64. 64 for 3. Kurt Edward has moved to 30. And Sean Stricker, after these 2 lusty blows, is on 10. 10 from 4. Kurt Edward is on 30 from 20 deliveries, and Simmons continuing around, left arm around to Edwards, and this time he's too far outside off, and the umpire signals a wide. The extras column goes up. It's only 6 in this inning so far. Much more discipline from the bowlers. So only 6 extras so far.
So in this game, they're not practicing the social distancing.
The ball is not being social distanced from the bat at all. They're close enough, and Simmons around, left arm around to Kurt Edward, and he's found his range. Kurt Edward now cannot get under it, not provided with the width or the length to get under this one, and can only succeed in hitting it out towards long on, where Xavier Gabriel comes off. The score moves on by 1 to 66. 66 for 3, 7.2 overs bowled. And Simmons again, left arm around into Stricker. Stricker is throwing everything at it. 65 needed from 15 balls. And Sean Stricker looking to get a move on. He's on 10 from 5. But Romario Simmons, a discipline line, discipline length outside off. And Stricker can't make any contact. He is at the top of his mark and bowls to Stricker. And Stricker is connecting out towards the backward square, and it's going to be caught. It's the young man Aaron Joseph taking a very comfortable chance at deep backward square, and Sean Stricker goes. Romario Simmons has struck again a good, yet another setback for the Raiders.
Yes, Sean Stricker seems to be hitting in his favorite area. Somehow gets the way of dragging the ball from outside off stump into the backward square area. And young Aaron coming in from taking quite a comfortable catch. So the Newport North Raiders in the quest for 121, they certainly needs to continue the attack, and one could understand the reason behind the attempt, the shot that they are attempting. It has to be attack if they are to get anywhere close to that score. But Sean Stricker perishing in the process, and Romario Simmons picking up another valuable wicket for the South CASTRIES Lions.
There's some 55 runs needed from 14, and Stricker on this occasion was hitting into the wind, and it's Simmons into Kurt Edwards, another wide delivery there. Simmons is looking to change things around in terms of the extras column. Stricker is probably gifted in that field, being able to drag it from way outside of the inner portion of the bat and getting it towards the backward square. But this occasion, into the wind, and Aaron Joseph did what he needed to do. And Romario Simmons again, he bowls that nagging length, and Kurt Edward cannot make contact. And The score remains on 67 for 4. It's a really big ask. The asking rate has gone to 24.92 for over, and it's almost getting to near impossible for this Raiders team. And Simmons again into Kurt Edwards. Simmons has come back really well once he started bowling around the wicket, and good backing up, good cricket all round from the South Castries Lions.
Yes, South Castries Lions really, as we would say, large and in charge. They are certainly keeping things tight on the Beaufort North Raiders. They unable to really.
My family friend used to give me stories about Pigeon Island. I remember them vaguely.
The construction of the causeway in the 1972-73 period was an extension of a Rodney Bay development project. So it became a pride and joy when you saw the development taking place and all the different roads. But that signaled the beginning of things to come.
And now, roads connected, people connected, and a town that is the heartbeat of St. Lucia was born. Ay, ay, ay! That's my Gruzi.
Three needed from 12 balls now, and we can see a very fortified onside field to Edwards, and he will be facing up from Leo. Leo's ball 1 over for 4, and Leo to Edward outside off stump, lifting delivery, very uncomfortable length again, and Edward is swinging for the heels, not making any contact, and the pressure mounting with every dot delivery. Asking rate 28.91. The score is still on 68 for 4. Johnny is on naught, Edward is on 31. Leo again, Kurt Edwards swinging for the heels. This time he makes contact over wide long on. 6 runs to Kurt Edward, and 6 more to the total. 74 for 4. A good hit from Kurt Edward, Greg.
Big hit indeed. This one was deposited right into the what persons would know as the Castries stand. And good blow struck there by Kurt Edward. As much as he may not get to the score, but he perhaps in the process should be eyeing his half century, some 13 runs away from his half century, and that would be a good effort for him if he could get his half century in this game.
It would speak well to the batting of the Beaufort North Raiders, but they look like they will be short. Some 47 from 10 balls, 47 needed from 10. Kurt Edward is playing a good hand. He's 37 from 25. And Leo will have other ideas. He's bowled 1.2 overs, none for 10 at the minute. He will look to prevent Edward from getting this landmark of 50. Moves into Edward, who is on 37. And Edward is timing this one beautifully. It was a short lifting delivery, and Edward almost a short arm jab and beautifully timed into the boundary. 6 more to Edward. He moves into the 40s.
Yes, vintage Kurt Edward. What a shot. Leo on this occasion just digging this one short and in a flash. The bat speed was very impressive. And this one is just deposited in the mid-wicket area for 4.
Leo again into Edward. Edward is into the slower delivery down to a short fine leg, and they come through for 1. The fielder gets down very nicely, and they come through for 1. The score moves on to 81. Just 40 needed from 8 balls.
Yes, it's a big ask. But Leo on this occasion, he's been one of the very few bowlers who was very much inclined to use the change-up delivery. He has used the slower ball to great effect in his spell.
And Johnny is on strike for the first time. Short delivery, lifting delivery. Johnny is looking to pull towards mid-wicket, not making any contact. This one goes through to Johnson Charles. 40 from 7. Still possible, Greg.
But highly improbable.
Highly improbable. Leo moves in to Johnny, who's on knot, the dreaded knot. Again, he swing for the heels, and is there a signal? There's no signal. The over comes to an end. Leo finishes 2 overs, none for 17. And South CASTRIES Lions, they keep piling on the pressure. 6 balls to go in the innings and some 40 runs to get from just 6 deliveries. With 6 sixes, Greg Wilson, and the help of extras, they might get that.
I very much doubt that. But good effort nevertheless by the Newport North Raiders. They needed somebody else at the other end to put up their hands to complement the batting of Kurt Edward if they were able to get anywhere close to that total.
They really needed two of the batsmen to put up their hands today. And we were expecting big things from Tariq Gabriel. And unfortunately, again, we saw another failure from him. Back-to-back failures from him after giving us what is arguably the innings of the tournament so far. He played a good hand in the victory against Central Castries, but he did not show up against Mawia Valley Constrictors, and today he didn't show up again. But it's Xavier Gabriel to finish his bowl 1 over 1 for 10, and he bowls to Kurt Edward, a full delivery heading down the leg side as well. That ball goes through the batsman and the wicket through to Johnson Charles. The score 81 for 4, 5 balls to go, some 40 runs to get. Gabriel bowls to Edward. Will he be able to get to his 50? He hits this one out towards mid-wicket. He gets 1. Think about the second. They come for the second run, and Johnny is running back aggressively, and they come for the second run. And Edward moves to 46, 4 shy of his 50. The total 83 for 4, 4 balls to go, 38 runs to get.
Well, that should be Edward's aim, to get to 50, because it's not possible to get to the winning score of 121, but he should ensure that he gets at least 50 runs from this innings.
And he's on strike and looking for that 50. This one wraps him on the pad. He opts to stay on strike. He could have taken the bye there, but he opts to stay on strike. I think he's really thinking about getting his landmark 50.
Yes, shows good awareness. Into the 40s, should be aware that you're pretty much close, just 1 stroke away from a well-deserved half-century.
Xavier Gabriel moves into Edward, and Edward is gloving this one. Think about it. He's think against it. What he didn't do a while ago, he did it this time. He takes the run. It moves to 47. The score is 84. And Johnny's on strike now. He's on 0. 2 balls to go. 37 runs to get it. It's as good as over now, Greg.
Very much so, but he needs Johnny to get off strike so that he could perhaps look for his half-century in the final delivery.
He should have kept strike. And Johnny's wrapped on the pads, and they will take the leg by. He steals the leg by. 1 ball to go. 3 runs for him to get to his 50. 36 to get in that last delivery. It's near impossible, but it is very possible that Kurt Edward can get to his 50. Yes. He's on 47 from 31.
Yes, he should.
Gabriel moves in to Edward. Last ball of the innings, and Edward is wrapped on the body, and they come through for 1 leg by. Edward will not get to his landmark 50. The innings comes to a close on 86 for 4. Beaufort North Raiders suffering yet another defeat, this time at the hands of South Castries.
Good comprehensive win there for the South Castries Lions. Certainly they continue in the winning ways. Captain Johnson Charles did make mention after the first loss that they could afford to lose only 1 in the group stage, which they have done, and from it should be the upward trajectory would be winning, and this is exactly what they have done. Yesterday they got a good victory against the Central Castries Window Heritage, and today a more convincing victory against Beaufort North Raiders without any major contribution from the Captain Johnson Charles.
Yes, certainly, and they will take a lot from this victory, because the key or chief talisman Johnson Charles did not really give a major contribution, and they were still able to get to 120 after losing Johnson Charles fairly early. So this is a big positive for South Castries Lions. But there's also Vieux North Raiders. They've lost 2 now and they've won 1. And that's the same as Mabuya Valley Constrictors. But Vieux North Raiders have a lot to take away from this game. 47 brilliant knock of 47 from Kurt Edward.
Yes, certainly that would be the highlight of the inning. Kurt Edward, as we did indicate earlier on, has been away from the game of cricket for a while. Has not really played that much competitive cricket, and we see him really coming to the fore today.
And we'll go to our on-field crew for comments from the captains.
Jono, I guess they would have thought that once they had gotten you out early that would have been it.
I guess so, but you know, it's 11 players on my team, and you know, everybody has a part to play. You know, it's not a one-man show, so you know, the moment that I don't step up, somebody has to step up, and that's what the guys did.
That's amazing that they were able to bring such a huge total. I think the largest total so far for this year.
Yeah, I'm loving it because at one point, you know, there was a bit of concern, but then you know, we came out, the guys came out and gave a good showing of themselves, and you know, we're starting to get into our own. So from there, we're looking to just, you know, post some massive totals when we bat first, and then when we bowl first, we're looking to chase down.
So certainly the defense is really on now.
Oh, definitely. You know, like I said last time, we have lost our game, the game that we had to lose, and now we're just looking, you know, to take on wins upon wins.
What other players you want to shout out today?
I want to shout out everybody on my team. You know, it was a wonderful team effort. Can't ask for more. Bowlers were on point. You know, our batters came out and showed their class. Our fielding was much better today. So, big shout out to all my players, and you know, hopefully we will just continue winning from there.
I mean, how disappointed you were when you got out. We dread to think what would have happened if you had stayed in there as well.
Definitely, because you know, he beat me for pace today. Wonderful bowling, piece of bowling. He stuck to his line and lengths. Disappointment because I know I will be looking to go at 15 and over, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you get and sometimes you don't. So I'm happy with that.
All the best, Jono. Congrats.
Thank you.
Prince, we're waiting for Prince to get to us in a little bit. A bit slow in getting to the market. Prince, it didn't work out the way you were thinking?
Nah, today. But I'm still happy. I'm still satisfied with the score we get today. But I must say we have a lot of work to do on our bowling. We started a bit poor in the power play, and then we came out in the middle over, and the third last over got us a bit. But we're still in the game. South Castries win today. We beat Mikuda on Monday. Each team going to have to win. So it will be a matter of net run rate.
Once you had gotten Jono out early, did you miss an opportunity to tighten the screws?
Well, Jono is one man. We was not thinking for Johnson Charles. We were thinking to get the whole team out. But as I say, Alka ball a good ball to Jono, and that boosts up our confidence. As you can see, we take the game back in that. The last 4 overs, they got some at least almost 50 runs in the last 4 overs. So that pushes us back a little.
So now you psyched up for the rest of the competition?
Yes, always. His cricket, North will always be there, so we can still get a chance to qualify. If we beat Miku, we just have to keep on our net run rate, which we did a little thing today. But we have to continue playing our basic cricket. We're just a fresh team, a lot of inexperienced players, no training much, you know, because of COVID. But North is still there.
Can you give us any update on, I think Ernell got injured?
Well, Ernell is a strong man. He came in the game with an injury. He bowled his 2 overs, but Ernell is still strong. He'll be fit for the next game. Not fit, but he'll be able to bowl his quota of overs for the next game.
Prince, all the best.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You heard it from the 2 captains. Al Prince going back to the drawing board, looking towards his next game against Miku Eagles on Monday, which promises to be a big one. And speaking of upcoming games, we have 2 games tomorrow. Grozile taking on Babano, Grozile Cannon Blasters and Babano Leatherbacks in the first game, and the Monrepo Stars taking on the Choiseul Colports in game 2. So 2 big games coming our way tomorrow. We invite you to watch the replay of today's matches on Calabash TV this evening from 8:30 p.m. 2 big games coming up your way tomorrow. So we just want to big up our sponsors, give our sponsors a shout out and say thank you to them. Title sponsor Dream 11, Calabash TV and Albies Media, Flow, Made in Paradise, Scott Sports and Awards, the Trophy Center, Blue Waters, Full 100, First National Bank, Kendall M. Gill Chambers. And we want to thank you for being with us today here at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground in Beausejour, Grosili. We had 2 wonderful, 2 exciting matches, some big hitting, the highest total in the tournament so far. We invite you to join us again tomorrow right here, same place, same time, from our producers, Calabash TV, and our commentary team, Greg Wilson, our veteran, Joseph Resperera, and of course, Roland Cox, our scorer and statistician, and myself, Clive Jules. I'd like to say thanks for being with us. We invite you to join us tomorrow. Over and out here at Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.